Welcome back to the Rec Show, and we've got Donna. What's your nickname again?
Basic Tack.
Walters. I love it. I love it. I love stage names. I love gaming names. They're always so much fun. And of course, you're with the Sacramento Entrepreneurship Academy.
Yes.
And you're a fellow, right?
Yes, I am. Super excited to be one.
Yeah. And so tell us what goes into being a fellow.
Oh my gosh, there's so many really awesome things. A couple of the reasons why I joined was really because, I guess the main reason is really because SEA is just really deep into best practices. And that's something that's extremely important to me is, when I go into a project and when I, dive into a specific role, I want to do it to the best of my ability. And not only do I want to do it to the best of my ability, I want to make sure that it's fitting within the guidelines of what the industry expects. And so when I went and did, a bunch of research on what opportunities were out there to really help support my entrepreneurial endeavors, then, I found the SEA and I said, this is perfect because not only do they really focus on the network aspect of, helping their fellows succeed, but then they also work on the best practices. They focus on giving you a lot of tools and resources. And I'm just super excited to be a fellow this year.
Now, did they help you develop your business plan as well going forward?
So I'm actually just starting with the cohort. And so that's one of the things that I'm really looking forward to doing. And so, yes, I will be developing my business plan as well as some other opportunities.
Right. And now the great thing is a lot of the mentors that are in the SEA are folks that have a lot of business experience, right? And so they can kind of help you as you make those early steps with your business, right?
Yes, absolutely. I'm super excited. I have some really great ideas, and I originally started looking for people to, potentially work under or people that could help mentor me, specifically surrounding esports opportunities here within the Sacramento, Northern California, national, and even global levels. And so, to get from point A to point Z, I want to have some of that mentorship that's going to really help guide me along those best practices.
Well, business today is so different. I mean, you've got the local, you've got the regional, and then it's the world, right? And
yes.
it could be your customer, right? And so, I mean, you definitely want to have a plan that kind of affects all those areas of how your business is going to operate from local to global.
Absolutely.
And so that's very important. And in the e-gaming industry, that is kind of a global thing, right?
Oh, absolutely. 100%. It is surpassed the $1 billion.
Wow.
It's incredible. So you have a lot of different countries all over the globe that are really participating. I specifically am focused more on the collegiate scene. Okay. So I'm working on a project right now where we're bringing a huge event to the around the May timeframe to not only the entire CSU district, which is 23 different campuses, but also key UC campuses, and then the California community colleges as well. So huge event. It's going to be featured on Twitch's front page, and that's really just kind of part of the journey that I'm on to growing education through esports. Right.
And esports is becoming so huge and really, so viable in the sense of you're reaching a huge audience of game players, right?
Absolutely. Yeah. And, the best part is like the only sport, if you will, or the only competitive environment that is able to really participate during the pandemic. And so, it's definitely growing in popularity for sure.
Right. Exactly. And of course, everything we're going through kind of leads to it being even more popular. What are some of the key things that you feel you've learned so far by being in SEA?
Right now, just because it's the very beginning of my journey with SEA, one of the areas that I'm really excited to learn about are the network availabilities that are, out there, right? And then I've worked with Christy for a little while here on a project through some MBA coursework, and because I'm pursuing my MBA at Sac State, and so just really getting to know her and the SEA board of directors has been a phenomenal first step into this path. So I'm super excited to partner with them on producing a business plan on how I can further support students all across California.
Well, it sounds like you're on the right track, that's for sure. And the sense of the sense I get of it is with SEA, you're able to plug in to business minds who've been there before, who've done it before, who've had success, and they're able to kind of help you track your road to being successful with your business, with the e-gaming.
Yes, absolutely. And so the great thing is is that with esports, it really is such a, I don't want to say it's brand new because it's not brand new. It's been around since like the 70s. You know, the first actual, it's crazy. First tournament actually for campuses were held over at Stanford University in the 70s. Okay. And so that was really interesting. So it just really hasn't become mainstream until just recently. Right. And now people are really jumping on these opportunities to further, develop esports specifically on college campuses. And it's been just phenomenal success, but, it is still in its infancy stages. And so not a lot of people have a firm understanding of what esports is, how to grow it. However, I do understand that. I have that, so it's melding, if you will, some of that key insider knowledge with best practices for starting up your own business just in general to help kind of bridge that gap between infancy stage and tried and true methods.
So are you drawing from a lot of different industries to kind of come up with your game plan?
Yeah, absolutely. So esports really covers, so many different fields. It's an entrepreneurial endeavor. It covers through sports management industries, entertainment industry. So you're really looking at a lot of different things, like the competitive side is definitely through athletics, let's say, for example. Right. The business side is the entrepreneurship. It is really like a startup. And then the entertainment side is with your broadcasting, your streaming, all of the graphics and marketing that goes into that. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah, social media has just changed the game for esports, kind of, huh?
100%, yeah. Especially with the birth of Justin TV, which turned into Twitch. So Twitch is what we know of now. Right. That's really helped propel the gaming and esports scene forward because now people can actually watch others play. Right. You have, professional teams going against head-to-head that are broadcast on like YouTube gaming, Twitch streams, things of that nature. I mean, it's just growing phenomenally, and students are interested. Right. There's a need. There's a need to really pursue that passion.
Well, I think people are always looking for competition, right? And they're looking to be challenged in e-gaming. Kind of gives that all in one, and especially the pandemic world we've been living in, sports have been a little, let's just say, different without fans, right?
Right.
And so e-gaming, you're able to do that in a social distant atmosphere. Right?
Absolutely. So question for you, did you take advantage of the Super Bowl cardboard cutout that you could purchase to put into the stands?
No. I didn't for the Giants either. I mean, no offense. It's just, I'll watch the game, but I'm not going to do a cardboard cutout.
That's totally fair. Well, with esports, you get to tune right in onto those streams and participate, sit in the chat and chat with other folks. It's crazy.
Sounds like fun. So, Donna, how can folks get involved in SEA? What's the best way to take that first step?
That's a great question. Thank you for asking. So, one of the ways that I got involved was through Sac State. Right. Okay. And so Sac State partners with the SEA on providing scholarship opportunities. Mm-hmm. So if you don't feel like you're able to necessarily financially afford, I guess, or pay for this opportunity, there are other methods that you can pay for or that you could use to pay for it.
Like a scholarship or something like that.
Right. Okay. And so you just have to apply. I believe that the applications are still open, but they are going to close soon. I believe it's Friday. And so we want to make sure that if you are interested and you're a student over at Sac State, whether it's a graduate student, undergraduate, definitely apply through Sac State's program.
Okay, good to know. And Donna, thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you very much. I look forward to it, Rex, and I'll see you soon, I'm sure.
All right. And we'll be right back with more of the show right after this.